All right, today on Pioneer Archaeology, we're up here in the city of Cottage Grove. We are at an abandoned cemetery site that was for the old folks home that was once just down the road here. And as you can see, it's now just a field that's just kind of taken care of. It is noted that that it was a cemetery. We have a sign here. This will give you a little more idea of what went on here. Some people might be familiar. So this is what we have, and what we are going to do today is we are going to take the GPR and we are going to see how many burial sites we can find. The original gravestones and everything have been lost due to farming. The farmer had removed the gravestones at some point and discarded them, so there's really no indication that there's even a cemetery here these days. So what we're going to do is GPR and see how many gravestones or how many graves we can actually find today, and mark those and see kind of what we can figure out about how this thing was laid out, and maybe whatever else we can learn about it. So we'll keep you posted and we'll show you what we find. So here we got the GPR. You can see on this signal here on this corner, this is what a grave would look like. So most of these graves are about 100 years old, 110 years old. They would have been probably just simple pine wood boxes, and so we got some decomposition and stuff, and they're not going to show up that great, but that is what you're looking at there. Right there is a grave. So on this particular grave, what's kind of interesting is there's a piece of metal, and it starts down at about 3.5 feet. Most of these graves are only 4 feet deep. 6 feet under is not a common thing. That's just more of a what people used to call it. But what's interesting is this metal that's buried with this grave here, and it's kind of interesting to think about what it could be. It could be a piece of jewelry, it could be a pocket watch, it could be, who knows. But it's definitely metal. It's showing up on there. It's not a nail, and it is in this grave right here. So that is very interesting. Your guess is as good as mine as it could be, but there's probably somebody buried with something that was beloved, and you can see it here on the GPR. And if we go on to the next one here, we can see another image. This one's a little more pronounced. This is also going to be a grave here. So there's definitely some graves that are located. So today we've actually located about 10 of them. We have one here, we have one there, one here, and they're all kind of in a row here. So we got multiple graves that we have located with the GPR. So this is a majority of where the people would have been buried here, is in this back corner. And there's no way to know which grave is which, as the headstones were removed and discarded by a farmer back in the 1930s, I believe, or 40s. But so that's what we are up to today. So we'll put a little closure to this mystery as to where these bodies were buried, and they are buried back here in this corner. Unfortunately, we didn't find all of them. There's apparently, like I said, there's 20 or 21 bodies that have been buried here. We have found 10, and there could be more. These trees were planted later on. Obviously I can't GPR into the trees. So that's where we're at today, and hopefully this is informative to the city of Cottage Grove. We'll be posting this for you guys later.